What up, what up? It's the big homie King Puffington, your favorite smoker's favorite smoker. It's Super Bowl Sunday, y'all. Who y'all got? A lot of people I work with got the Eagles. A lot of people I know on Facebook got the Eagles. They dropped a script or whatever talking about that the Eagles was predicted to win by about 6 points.
I don't know nothing about either teams that are in the Super Bowl right now.
Alright, so
say. I mean, I know there's 2 black quarterbacks.
the Eagles won the Super Bowl a couple years back. And I remember because Kevin Hart got on stage drunk as shit.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
So that happened, and then Kansas City won. And then they went back to the Super Bowl, but he lost to Brady the second time. Because I think the first time it was against Carolina, so it was... Well, shit. Was it? It had to be versus Carolina, but if that's the case... The 2 starting black cornerbacks.
You're going back too far for me. I'm just saying.
I'm just trying to think because
records, or I haven't really watched this season at all. I am into football, mostly college though.
Oh yeah.
But this year I really ain't paid attention to
I haven't been into sports as heavy as I used to be in like the last 2 years. I've been more into wrestling, if anything. I guess that counts as a sport. Sports entertainment. I've been locked in. For those who don't know, I'm a huge wrestling fan. I don't care the promotion.
Didn't you say they're coming to town?
Yeah,
for auditions or something?
Oh yeah. So it's like I want to say it's right before Tootie's birthday. I want to say it's June 12th. They'll be at Michigan State campus. So if you don't follow their Instagram page, they have a couple of NIL pages. If you don't know what NIL is, it's next in line. So they got a couple pages where they go around. It's a recruit page where they go on like city to city college campuses and shit, and they recruiting the next athlete star who wants to transition from sports to the squared circle. And they coming to Michigan State. It's on a Thursday, and I know I need to go. I don't care how out of shape I am. I need to go to that. Like, I'll probably never get
some pictures of some of the big boys, so if they can do it, I don't think.
Like, I'm athletic still. Like, I ain't did sports in some years, but like, the athletic shit's natural. Like, I bet you could wrestle a motherfucker. Who was it that talking? Oh, it was me and Noah. We was talking about. She started wrestling when she was younger.
I wish I stuck with it.
And I told her
really good.
I told her how
I just wanted to be a girl. Like, I started wrestling because I had a big brother. I didn't have a big sister.
And he was like picking on you and shit.
I had a big brother. Yes, he picked on me, but I also looked at when we were young. Me and my big brother had a good relationship when we were really young, and then he got into that preteen stage. And it just went down. But your little sister wasn't
cool no more.
So when I started, I looked up to my big brother, and I wanted to be like him. I was one of the toughest fucking girls, dude. I won because boys didn't know how to handle wrestling a girl. I was one of the first. You gotta think, I was probably
90s was different.
Late 90s, early 2000s. I was in like first grade, so I was the first girl.
You was either the boy.
They were uncomfortable gripping me because
I would have been too as a kid, though. Yeah,
girl. They didn't know where to hold me, to pin me, and things
in
like
practice,
that.
they probably telling the boys through the groin and lift and flip over and all that shit. And they're like, "That's a girl. I don't know if you can technically do that."
So I actually did pretty well, and I just didn't stick with it. I wanted to be a cheerleader. I wanted to wear pink. I wanted to be a girl.
I wish.
But I grew up with my big brother, so I was such a tomboy.
I wish I would have did it.
I wanted to play football. I wanted to be a cheerleader and play football.
It's possible. Well, nowadays though,
I was in the 90s. 90s, really. Think about in the 90s when the girls play football, like pad up.
Little Giants. I'm just saying, they had a girl.
My mom insisted that when I got tackled, that I wouldn't want to play anymore.
And here you was doing the tackling, laying little motherfuckers down.
I wonder, because you know how times are different now, and everybody's more gender fluid. So girls can do whatever, boys can do whatever. Boys, it was always acceptable. Boys could do ballet back then and stuff like that, but
and not be considered
now that it's like highly more acceptable. Why? Like across America it's acceptable for girls and boys to do whatever, wear whatever. I wonder, like,
if it was back then,
my mom had gave me that chance, like,
back then type shit.
Who knows? Like, you know what I mean? Who knows how far I could have fucking went?
I wanted to do gymnastics in high school, but we didn't have a team.
But I didn't also have like a group of friends that I hung out with either. I could have been part of a team, like, you know what I mean? And that would have built friendships right there. Like, I was like that. You know, my mom wasn't shit, so I was the one odd man out. I was the mixed kid at the white school.
So if you can go back and do something over, how far would you go? Would it be high school or beyond that?
I mean, if we're thinking about it that way,
like if it's all right, so let's do like hypothetically, if you can still have like the same shit you got now, like so the same kids, like you'll still have them, whatever in the time period, but like if you can go back and better yourself to prepare like before all of that happened, how far would you go back?
You wanna know how far I go back? This sounds so petty, and I'm gonna be real. This is 100% truth coming from my soul right now. I'll go back to before I lost my virginity.
It's not a bad answer.
But that's honestly, I giggled and laughed, and it's kind of fucked up. But I would go back to before I lost my virginity. If I had the knowledge or whatever, I would go back to before. I would have waited also. And that would have played a big difference.
I grew up too fast
in my life.
And some shit I ain't need to be in.
That would have played a big difference in my life. I'm saying I was just out here whoring and I was like out here fucking. I was
focusing on shit I ain't need to be focusing on.
Like,
I think I legit started fucking up like sophomore year. Like freshman year, sadly, was my best year. But I did that high school completion program, so like technically my super senior years was better than my freshman years. Like I couldn't tell you like last time I had like a 3-point or damn near 4-point in a class. It had to be freshman year or after I like did the program. But like sophomore, junior year was terrible.
You know, coming from like the inner city of Lansing and moving to like the city, the suburbs. Coming from
Charlotte and Potterville and shit.
I think I probably would have decided to go to a Lansing school.
My thing was I had school of choice, but I wasn't the one choosing the school I went to. It was my mom and dad. Like I didn't choose to go to East Lansing. I would have stayed low key, like as shitty as it sounds, because it was a bad school and the whole got shut down and whatever. I would have stayed at Eastern.
That's what I was saying.
I was going to Eastern. I would have stayed.
I would have went to Eastern instead of.
You got to think, if I had school of choice, I got school of choice based off their school, and then the board of education is pretty low. But me being I was an honor student and all type of shit, I was higher up. I would have did just fine. Would have graduated on time. I was in sports. I lived up the street from the school. I could have been walking home type shit. Now I'm in a whole new city. I got to learn everything they learned, which was fucking ahead of Lansing.
Alright, now we're going to skip forward. We're thinking about the past. We're thinking about the things we would have done. Let's think forward now. Think about the children, the future. You research a school, and it's all the way in fucking south of Texas. But they have excellent everything. Art standards. It's an art school.
And we can send them?
And we cannot send them. We would have to go.
Like us or the kids?
Both.
Like the family?
I'm not just going to send one.
Is it like the family goes and you get a better living quality, or
no? We're just saying that we can move. They can get accepted to go to a school somewhere, not here, anywhere in the country. We would have to go.
Oh, like so wherever they get accepted, that's where we move to.
Yes.
Like, yeah, why not? I'm not gonna hold them back. Like, I felt like I'm not gonna say my parents held me back, but they didn't really assist when they could have. But like. Most of that shit's on me. That's why I really can't say it was on them. It was on me. But like, it would have been nice to have to push from them.
Do you feel like we will shelter our children compared to what we went through?
Yeah. But I feel like we'll be more lenient than what our parents was. So I mean, like, cause you gotta think we was doing everything. Our parents didn't really know shit about what we was doing.
I don't know why, because they made us go outside all the time. Just saying, we was outside doing all types of shit.
Come home. You good? Yep. You hungry? Yep. All right. Take a shower. All right.
Dinner be done in a few minutes.
Yeah. Get in the shower and be like, don't let you have a cell phone calling everybody. Man, I wish I was still out. Type stuff. But I feel like now I'd be more sheltered because the world is completely different than what it was when we was kids.
It just got scarier.
It did. Like, my biggest fear growing up was the stranger danger shit. And now it's just like, you got access to talk to everybody now. It was though, like, as a kid, I wasn't afraid of like drugs and shit because I know I wasn't going to be like, I'm about to try drugs. It was just like, the number one thing they pushed was stranger danger.
That wasn't me. I lived in a small town. I wasn't afraid of strangers.
Yeah, fuck that.
I could home, walk down the block and knock at the neighbor's door and sit on their porch with them.
But I grew up in Lansing like my whole life until I had to move to East Lansing. By that time, I was like a preteen. But yeah, man, what y'all think? Think you gonna raise your kids different than how you was raised? Got a winner for the Super Bowl? Anything you see in the video you want to talk about? Drop in the comments or do a remix video. It's King Puffington. I'll catch you next one. Peace.